Hello, friends. It's Brian Mallow. Most of you probably know that, but otherwise, if you happen to stumble upon this, Brian Mallow, science comedian, losing my voice. Lost my voice, past tense, but it's coming back because we're going to give it a rest. But this is a test of some technology I'm using for live streaming, testing out some microphones, and really testing out my bandwidth. So we're going to see how good this stream is and see how my voice holds out. But I am coming live now from, I'm on a 3-week journey, and some of it is for fun and some of it is for work. I sound like Peter Brady when he was going through puberty on the Brady Bunch, and my voice is cracking. But this trip is all made possible by a gig I have annually this very same week, the last week of June, and it brings me to Lindau, Germany, a town that a lot of people, especially Americans, may not have heard of, but since 1951, it's been the location of the Lindau Nobel Laureate Meeting. And it's a really interesting and different kind of meeting where every year they bring in a group of Nobel laureates. This year, about 40. And this year's theme is medicine and physiology. So about 40 Nobel laureates, mostly in medicine and physiology. And also about 600 young scientists this year from about 90 countries. And it's all about mentorship. It's all about, well, there's a slogan here, a motto: educate, inspire, connect. And that's what it's all about. And it's about a 6-day meeting. And these young scientists not only attend, there's a certain amount of programming that's lectures. Each laureate that attends gives one short half-hour talk. But that's not the main thing. There's so much other types of sessions and social situations and meals together, and it's really about giving the young scientists a chance to hang out with the laureates, talk to them, ask them anything they want. A certain number of the 600 will get to present their research to some of their peers and to some laureates and get feedback. And it's just an amazing week, and the 600 attendees that come from all over the world go through a pretty rigorous application process. And so it's really a lot of extraordinary young people. Because it's about mentorship, the attendees have to be under age 35. But beyond that, some of them are undergrads, some are grad students, some are PhD students, some are postdocs. The only thing is they have to be young enough to benefit from a meeting that's all about what was that word I used? Not censorship, that just popped into my head, but mentorship was the word I was looking for. So what we have here is, what we have here is a swan and a lake. Lindau is this island, this medieval island on Lake Constance, very southernmost Germany. When you look across the lake, not here, but on the other side, if you look over to one side, you'll see Austria. If you look over to the other side, you see Switzerland. And the meeting actually starts tomorrow, but people are getting here today, and some will get here tomorrow. And then the madness begins. And what happened is, one year, my relationship with this meeting began 8 years ago when I performed at the opening ceremony. But ever since then, my role has been to run around like this and interview scientists, and mostly the young ones. I'll be interviewing some Nobel laureates this week, but kind of for another project, and it won't be live. But I'll be doing at least 10 or 12 live interviews during the course of the next 6 days, and we'll meet some interesting people. So anyway, I'm kind of blabbing right now. I want to see how good my bandwidth is. I want to make sure that I'm sending out a high quality signal to all my platforms. Right now I'm just going to my platforms. When I do the interviews with scientists, they'll be going out to the social media pages for the Lindau Nobel Laureate Meeting, as well as my own, my Twitter, my Facebook, 2 Facebook pages, and my YouTube. Am I leaving anything out? I wish we could be going to Instagram simultaneously, but we can't. So far, I haven't gotten, what I was concerned about was, I'm getting stats, hold on a sec. 139 megabytes, 3.5 megabits per second, fluctuating. So, you can give me some feedback. Unfortunately, the way the technology I'm using that lets me go to multiple platforms means that I can't actually see the comments. So, if I was only going to one platform on the app for that, like the Facebook app, I could see your feedback. Unfortunately, I can only check that after the fact. So this is just a test, really, and I should be resting my voice because, for those of you who know me, I arrived in London a week ago. I was hanging out with really good friends and talking all day. And then I went to Stuttgart, Germany to hang out with another good friend and did a show. Actually, he's another comedian, and we performed a show last night at a cool little club in Stuttgart called Climax Institute. And it was a cool little dance club, and they put on comedy shows, some German and some English. So I performed last night, and Bent Washburn, the very funny comedian that I was hanging out with, we just for 3 or 4 days straight have been talking from morning till night. And so I'm hoping I can give my voice a little rest and start fresh again tomorrow. But I also got to see another good friend today and talked all day with him, and that's Dennis, if you're out. Oh, wow. So I can't stress it like that, but Dennis, who is one of my friends from the Queen Brian May stereoscopy community. And he's German, but lives a couple hours from Stuttgart. But he came to see my show, and we got to hang out today. And he delivered me to the train station, and I took a train here to Lindau. So behind me now, this is called the Inselhalle. It's the conference center where the meeting is held. And it's a really lovely building. And like I said, it can accommodate 600 young scientists, 40 laureates, and all the staff. It's really cool, and it's a cool meeting. So here's me. And I'm feeling good about this because in another location I was getting some signal dropouts, but this feels pretty good. So I'm gonna do a couple other tests, and if this doesn't seem very interesting, it wasn't intended to be. That's a dumb thing to say, but I'm tired, back off, you're not my real mom. I'm just doing a test. But I wish I could interact with you, but I would have to have a separate device to monitor the comments, and I don't. So anyway, I've been doing this here for a few years, and this year I'm using some better technology. I'm wireless instead of wired, and higher quality mics and wireless system. And oh my God, the idea of being wireless and not being tethered to the person I'm interviewing is great. So I hope you'll tune into some of this. Like I said, you can follow any of this on my own channels or those of the Lindau Nobel Laureate Meeting. And right now, this is my own stuff. And so you see this little frame, I kind of have my own branding on it, but when I'm doing stuff for the meeting, it'll be on their channels and mine. And I hope you'll check some of it out. And if you know who you are, some of my friends out there want to tell me how the stream looked, and if you notice any problems, I'll appreciate it. I'm going to wrap this one up and start saving my voice. And it's going to be a long week. Starts tomorrow and runs through Friday. So Sunday through Friday. And it's going to be a lot of hard work. It's going to be kind of intense, and it's so much fun. I love it. And it's something I've been doing every summer since 2016. So just arriving here on the island is so cool because it's just so much like home. It's like I'm back again. And it's a cool little place. It's a very small island. Like, I could probably walk the entire perimeter of it in the course of a live stream. And now I'll try to pay attention while I cross the street. Probably recommended look both ways. So check this out. Well, that's not the prettiest part of the city. There's some construction, but I'm heading into a much cooler part. So thanks for tuning in. Sorry, I didn't really discover how rough my voice was until I started the stream. So I mean, as soon as I got here, I had meetings and dinner with some of the communication staff that I work with here and that I've gotten to know for years. So it's unlike any other thing I do, really, and I really love it. So let's not get run over, and I'll be doing some more of these very soon.